Hi guys! Welcome to Cup of Teach. This time, we're going to convert a normal random variable to standard normal variable and vice versa. Let us review first yung z-score. Kasi yung z-score natin ay gagamitin natin to convert a normal random variable to standard normal variable and vice versa. So what is z-score? A z-score, also called a standard score. It gives you an idea of how far from the mean a data point is. But more technically, it's a measure of how many standard deviations below or above the population mean a row score is. A z-score can be placed on a normal distribution curve. So meron tayong dalawang formula. The first one is for the population data. So pag population data, ang gagamitin natin yung symbol na mu at saka yung lowercase sigma. So what is population data? A population data set contains all members of a specified group, the entire list of possible data values. So ibig sabihin lahatan. And then the other one is sample data. So pag sample data naman, ang gagamitin natin yung X bar for the mean, sample mean. And then S for the sample standard deviation. So what is sample data? A sample data set contains a part or a subset of a population. So, ibig sabihin, nanggaling lang siya sa population data. We have your X for the row score or observed value, mu for the population mean, lowercase sigma for population standard deviation, the X bar for the sample mean, and S for the sample standard deviation. Let's have your problem number 1. The final examination result in statistics are approximately normally distributed with a mean score of 25 and the standard deviation was 7. Determine the standard score of students who receive a score of 30. So identify muna natin ang mga given. We have your mean, which is equal to 25. Yung mean natin dito is sample mean. And then we have here also the standard deviation. So it's sample standard deviation din to. The row score, which is equal to 30. So ito ang ating mga given. X is equal to 30. That is for the row score. The sample mean, which is equal to 25. Ang ating sample standard deviation, which is equal to 7. So ang gagamitin nating formula ay Z is equal to X minus the X bar for the sample mean all over S for the sample standard deviation. Then substitution lang tayo. Z is equal to 30 for X minus 25 for our sample mean all over 7 for our standard or sample standard deviation. And then subtract natin yung numerator. 30 minus 25, that is equal to 5 divided by 7. Therefore, ang Z natin ay 0.71. So, it means that 30 is 0.71 standard deviation. Therefore, ito ay above the mean. Let's have your problem number 2. On a final examination in English, the mean was 65 and standard deviation was 13. Determine the standard score of the student who receive a score of 53, assuming that the score are normally distributed. So, identify natin ang given mean, which is equal to 65. So, ito ay sample mean ulit. Then, we have here the standard deviation. So, ito ay sample standard deviation, which is equal to 13. And the row score, which is equal to 53. So, given natin ay X is equal to 53. Ang ating sample mean, which is equal to 65, ang sample standard deviation natin ay 13. So, we're going to use again yung formula na Z is equal to X minus the X bar for the sample mean all over S for the sample standard deviation. By substitution, we will have now Z is equal to 53 minus 65 all over 13. Then, subtract natin yung numerator. We will have now Z is negative 12 over 13. Then divide the 2. Therefore, ang ating Z is negative 0.92. So it means that 53 is negative 0.92 standard deviation. So this is below the mean. Let's have your example number 3. In a math test, the mean score is 60 and the standard deviation is 3. Assuming normally, what is the probability that a score picked at random will lie? First question is above score, 65. Second question is below score, 58. So, unahin muna natin ang A, above score, 65. So, ang given natin dito ay mean, that is sample mean, which is equal to 60. And standard deviation, this is sample standard deviation, which is equal to 3. At ang ating row score ay 65. So, we will have now x is equal to 65 for our row score. Sample mean, which is equal to 60. Sample standard deviation, which is equal to 3. So, una nating step, we have to convert yung score na 65 to z-score. So, gamitin natin yung formula, z is equal to x minus x bar for the sample mean all over s for the sample standard deviation. Substitution, we will have now z is equal to 65 minus 60 all over 3. Then, subtract natin yung numerator. We will have now z is equal to 5 over 3. Then, divide natin tong dalawa. Ang z natin ay 1.67. Then, second step natin ay sketch niyo ang normal curve. Kasi kailangan nating i-locate ang 1.67. So, ito yung 1.67. Since ito ay above score 65, so ibig sabihin, nandito tayo sa right side. So, ito yung kukuhanan natin ng area. Pero bago natin makuha tong area na to, kinakailangan natin kuhanin ang area nitong 0 to 1.67. So, gamitin natin ang z-table or yung table of area under the normal curve. So, 1.67, ito yung hahanapan natin ng area. So, from 0 hanggang 1.6, ito siya. Then, ito ay 0, 0 na siya. So, 0, 0, 7 na siya. So, hanapin ulit natin ng 0.07. So, ang area ng 1.67 ay 0.4525. Ito ay from 0 to 1.67 only. So, ito yan. So, area between 0 and z is equal to 1.67 is 0.4525. Hindi pa ito yung magiging sagot natin kasi ito pa lang siya. Ang kukunin natin ng area, etong part na to. So, gagamitin natin yung 0.5. Bakit 0.5? Kung natatandaan nyo, yung area ng buong curve na to, that is equal to 1. Since ang kukuhanan lang natin ng area ay magmula sa 0, so ibig sabihin kalahati hanggang dito. Kaya 0.5 lang. Then, i-minus natin yung area na nakuha natin kanina from 0 to 1.67, that is 0.4525. Therefore, ang area na to ay 0.0475. So, the probability that the score pick up a random will be above score 65 is 0.0475 or that is equal to 4.75%. Let's have your problem number 4. So, gagamitin ulit natin yung problem kanina. Same pa rin ang given natin. Ang mean natin or yung sample mean natin ay 60. Ang sample standard deviation natin ay 3. Pero this time, ang ating row score na ay below 56. So, yan yung isosolve natin. So, given natin x is equal to 56. Ang sample mean natin, which is 60, sample standard deviation natin ay 3. First step natin, convert natin ang score na 56 to z-score. So, gamitin natin ang formula for the z-score, which is equal to x minus mean or sample mean all over sample standard deviation. Substitution lang tayo. Z is equal to 56 minus 60 all over 3. So, subtract natin yung numerator natin. 56 minus 60, so that is equal to negative 4. Divide by 3. Therefore, ang z natin ay negative 1.33. Ang next step natin, sketch natin ang normal curve. Ilolocate lang natin yung negative 1.33. So, andito siya. So, ang kukuhanan natin ng area ay ito. Pero bago natin makuha ang area na to, kinakailangan muna natin kuhanin ang area ng 0 to negative 1.33. So, para makuha natin ang area na to, gagamitin natin yung z-table or yung table of area under the normal curve. So, eto siya. So, hanapin muna natin ang 2 digits which is 1.3. So, disregard lang natin yung negative. So, this is 1.3. So, kung meron na tayong 1.3, ang kasunod niyan yung 3 na naiiwan. So, yung naunang dalawa, 0, 0 na yan. So, that is 0.03. So, hanapin natin yung 0.03 sa right side. Then, baba lang natin yung arrow. Therefore, ang area natin ay 0.4082. This is only for 0 to negative 1.33. So, eto siya. Hindi pa ito yung hinahanap natin. So, para makuha natin to, kinakailangan natin siyang isubtract sa 0.5. So, 0.5, bakit 0.5? Kasi 'di ba yung isang buong normal curve is 1. So, since magmula lang kay 0, papunta dito sa left side, so kalahati lang, ang gagamitin lang natin ay 0.5. Then, isusubtract natin dito yung nakuha nating area ng magmula sa 0 hanggang kay negative 1.33 para makuha natin tong area na to. So, that is equal to 0.0918. So, eto na yon. So, the probability that a score pick up at random will below score 56 is 0.0918 or that is equal to 9.18%.
Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. If you learned something here, don't forget to like and subscribe to Cup of Teach. See you on the next lesson. Bye!